Hi everyone, good morning. I hope that you all had a very happy Thanksgiving if you celebrated, and a great day yesterday if you did not. Today is the night of the full moon. I wasn't going to do any readings. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I've been sleeping for the past couple of days, just resting, trying to take care of myself. If you can hear it in my voice, I'm a little bit sick. My immune system is trying to do its job and get my body back in gear, but in the meantime, I'm really taking care of myself, so I have been pausing, not doing any readings. I know I was going to get some videos up. I have some more Ascension Confessions videos that are being recorded and going up. I have some more pick-up piles that I was going to do. I even had shuffled, but I just was not feeling it, was not feeling the energy, was not feeling good. As you can see, I am still in my pajamas, so that's how we're going into the weekend. But we'll have some more next week. I'm taking a little bit of a hiatus, going to take care of myself. Spirit has been guiding me to slow down and just focus on myself, so that is exactly what I'm going to do, because I have been neglecting myself, and that is the reason why I am not feeling well. But tonight is the full moon, and I wasn't going to do a reading, but I was laying in bed, and I just felt the energy. I felt the urge to shuffle, and, you know, where spirit guides, you follow. So, kind of looking around to see which deck I want to use. I think I want to use this deck, actually. I'm going to do just a general reading, not divine masculine, divine feminine. We'll see what comes out. Just a general reading and see where we are as a collective for whoever this is resonating with, I think. Let's just see what we're getting, what the current energy is, what the story is, what's going on with this collective. Could be relationships, could be finances, could be career, could be partnerships. I don't know. I just felt the urge to shuffle, so let's just see where the energy is, connecting with spirit. So it's a full moon tonight, and full moon is all about releases and completions, and honestly, you guys, I don't really know how I'm feeling. For the most part, I feel kind of at peace. For the most part, I feel okay. I've had some frustrations with my divine counterpart. Same old story, but I feel different inside. I feel, honestly, it's kind of perfect that it's a full moon, because I almost feel like ready to release, ready to let go, that final surrender. You know, I know he's always going to be a part of my life. I just don't know what that looks like anymore. I really don't. And we spent some time together over the past week, and you know, it was good, it was fun, it was playful. I just don't know what our energy is anymore. You know, I don't know where he stands. I don't know where I stand anymore. You know, at some point you do have to let go. At some point you do have to just surrender and say, well, I gotta move on with my life. I gotta move on with my story. But that's what I'm releasing this full moon. I am doing a ritual that my friend Julie taught me, and she actually has a course coming up. So check her out. Give me 1 second. I just want to, it's Magical Power Within. I just want to make sure I have it right. Because I want to tell, I'm not ready for this, you guys. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. She has a course coming up about, Magical Power Within is her website. If you follow her on Instagram, she has some amazing free printables, tarot spreads, all about the moon cycles. Check it out. It's amazing. But really check out her upcoming moon rituals, her course all about learning about the moon cycles and, you know, what you can do to release and set manifestations for new beginnings, and it's just amazing. She's amazing, so make sure you check it out. Again, it's magicalpowerwithin.com. Also, make sure you check her out on Instagram, and I will link all that stuff in the description box below. So, yeah, we're just going to get right into it after that long intro. I don't know why I talk so much. especially if I'm losing my voice. But we're going to go into it and just get a general reading, general collective reading, see what's going on here. With this full moon and with the collective that I usually read for. It's just going to be a general reading, but we'll see what comes out. We already got the Chariot. I'm not going to take these. I'm not feeling that. We already got the Chariot, just one card. So there's movement happening is what I'm feeling. Spirit is coming in loud and clear now that I got everything out with the intro that I need to say. Spirit is coming in loud and clear, and they are saying there's forward movement happening. And actually what they're pointing me to with this card is, look at the figure here. It's very, here we go. He's reminding me of the Magician. And what I'm getting is manifestations are coming in. Your manifestations are coming in. So whoever this is that I'm reading for, again, look what fell out. The Lovers. I am going to use my disclaimer. You know, if it resonates with you, take the message. If it doesn't, it just means that it's not meant for you at this time. Take a look at my other readings. Take a look at my other pick piles, divine partnership readings. I channel a lot of messages. Those readings, those pick piles especially, are packed loads with a lot of information on the ascension journey for you yourself, for your relationship with your divine counterpart, for healing. It's not just about the relationship, though. There's a lot of information about the relationship in there, about the spiritual connection, but really take a look and listen, because there's a lot of information that Spirit provides that I just channel, and I often don't know what I'm channeling and what I'm saying until I'm done. Even now, I'm just kind of opening my mouth and speaking, and it's kind of like a blank slate in my mind right now. So the messages are really coming through from Spirit. They're saying, go listen to those older readings, because those are timeless, and they may resonate with you with where you are now. And what they're saying is the past is really coming up to meet us. Not in a negative way, not that we're holding on to the past, but it's almost like they're saying timelines are collapsing. The 3D and the 5D, they're saying, are really coming to a close. What we're experiencing in the 5D is really coming forward in the 3D, and that's what they mean by the past coming up to meet us. It's not so much the past as it is the physical. The past, they're saying, is closing. We're moving forward into the future. There's a lot of forward movement energy they're giving me. They're saying, I want them to clarify that when the past is moving up to meet us, they're saying those timelines are coming to a close. It's coming to a completion, and you're moving forward into your future, so be present. Dream of your future, but be present. But take action towards your future is what they're also saying, because you're the magician. You can manifest your reality, especially with this new 5D paradigm that we're moving into, because we really are seeing that in the physical is what they're saying. So, okay, let's see. We've got one card. A lot of messages from one card, so I'm being pulled to take these, so let's see what we've got here. We've got the Emperor, and we've got the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords traditionally is a sword, or a card of secrecy, deception. As you can see, he's kind of looking over his shoulder. What I'm getting from this is you no longer have to look over your shoulder at the past. It's what I was saying by the past is coming to a close. You no longer have to look over your shoulder. You no longer have to carry these burdens of the swords. You see how he's in a defensive stance? I'm going to actually shift this here a little bit so we can get rid of the glare. Which way gets rid of the glare? Oh, there we go. Okay, it's a little bit darker. Hope you guys are okay with that, but now you can actually see the cards. So good. Okay, so you see how he's holding onto a sword, kind of in a defensive stand, like he still has to fight. But look, the two swords are in the ground. He doesn't have to fight anymore. He's holding all of these burdens, but he no longer has to fight. He can let that go. And what Spirit is also telling me is that this is truth and clarity. And he's only holding on to truth and clarity, but he's not looking at it. He's still looking at the past. But if he would just turn his head, he would see the truth of the situation. He would see that he is a master manifester, and that he can move forward on this journey, and that he is the Emperor energy, and Emperor energy is Aries energy. Not sure why I'm being pulled to that. I do not read for astrological signs, but they're pulling me towards Emperor is Aries energy. So somebody who might be watching this, could be for you, could be for your counterpart. My counterpart is actually Aries, so this is actually kind of ironic. But if you would just turn your head, they're saying, you would see that you're the Emperor. If you would just, stop looking towards the past and look towards the future, see it with clarity, you would see that you're the emperor and that you have the power to manifest this forward momentum, this forward movement, because you're also the magician. Very powerful 3 cards we first got. Very powerful here. All right, so let's see what else we've got. See where else we're getting. I'm glad you guys can see. I hope you guys can see. I'm going to work on the lighting a little bit to see. I don't like this glare that we always get. So we're going to work on that. We're going to work on our setup a little bit. I've only been doing this for a month. So, I've been pulling cards for a year, but I've only been at this YouTube channel thing for a month. So it's fun. I'm having fun with it. I like bringing you guys messages. I like being of service. Let me know if it's resonating with you. That's how I know that, the messages from Spirit are coming through. Let me know if it's resonating with you. Drop a like on it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I tend to do pick-up piles and divine partnerships once or twice a week. But like today, I'm also, whenever I'm pulled, to pull cards. And this is a general reading too, so I'm actually really liking this. The messages that are coming out. Kind of wanting to do this more often, but Spirit's like, whoa, Susan, slow down. Self-care first. So we got the 6 of Cups that just came out, but I want to pull a couple more cards and see what's going on here. And they're telling me, so thank you, Spirit. Okay, I'm getting that this was kind of past energy for a couple of you. Well, not this one. We're going to get to that one in a second. You were in the hermit mode. Whoever this is resonating for, you were in hermit mode. Somebody was in hermit mode here, where you just had to go within for a while. You had to find your own strength. You had to find your own light. I'm hearing that you were opening up your heart chakra, that you were really connected to the ego. You were really connected to the mind. The ego, Spirit is reminding me, is not bad. Sometimes on the spiritual journey, spiritual people will look at the ego as something that we have to kill. And they actually use that word kill, but actually what we need to do is heal it. What we need to do is tame it. And what we need to do is go within. The ego has served its purpose. It's over. The ego has helped us to survive this long, but now what we're doing is we're going into our higher chakras. We're really going into the higher realms, the heart chakra, the throat chakra for expression, an expression of ourselves, Spirit is reminding us, because that is how we express our souls. We express ourselves through communication. And that's how we connect with others, Spirit is reminding me too. The brass chakra, Spirit is saying intuition, really learning to trust ourselves, trust that our souls know the blueprint, that we can follow the heart, that we can follow the blueprint of our own intuition, and connecting to the divine, because the divine has our complete protection. The divine is guiding us in all things, and even when we feel like we're lost in this darkness, even when we feel like we have a little light to go by, Spirit is saying, go attend to these higher level chakras, especially connecting to the divine, to your crown chakra, because that is what's going to be guiding you. They're pointing me to the step, and they're saying forward momentum through the divine. You can trust that you're being divinely guided on this path, because you have this heart chakra that's being opened. If it's not fully opened, it's opening now. And through your heart chakra, they're saying through the divine, through your opening of these higher level chakras, and they're pointing me again to all this blue. So, connect is what they're saying, really. Connect and express yourself. Express yourself to the divine, express yourself to loved ones, express yourself to yourself. Be honest with yourself is what they're saying. Be truthful to yourself. Don't look to the past. Don't look to your past self. Look to the future. Look to who you are now. Look to the future. Look to what you're carrying. They're saying you're carrying all this clarity and all this truth with you, but you're using it as like a defensive stance. You don't need to do that anymore. Look to it and open up this throat chakra. Open up your heart chakra. Open up your intuition and connect to the divine, because it's beautiful. You have 4 swords that you're holding. The 4 higher chakras. That's what they're telling me. They're saying you have all the truth and clarity within you that you need, but you have to be open enough to be honest with yourself. honest with yourself to let this lead you forward. You were in this mode where you were very closed off. You didn't know which way to go. You were in hermit mode. You had to go within. You had to learn to go within, is what they're saying. But now you're connecting to these higher realms, to these higher level chakras, you're really opening up. You're really learning to express yourself. You're really learning to see the truth of yourself, to connect with others and with yourself, to connect with the divine and know that you're divinely protected, that you're divinely guided, to trust your intuition and know that that is your blueprint, that you know the way, because your heart and your intuition are, they're showing me you're like this. Your heart and your intuition are, they coincide. They're parallel with each other. They are one with each other. So listen to your heart. Feel it. They're showing me. I don't know if you guys can see me, but they're showing me. Feel it within here. Feel it within your gut, because that is the divine guiding you. That is the light within you that is guiding you. Now you also got this Six of Cups, and what they're saying is this is all about a sense of nostalgia, a sense of playfulness, a sense of wonder. They want you to get back to this. You've been stuck in a place where you were too serious, they're saying. This is not so much about the past, nostalgia for the past, as it is a nostalgia for childhood. Childlike wonder is what they're showing me. You have been put through the ringer this past year, past few months, past few weeks. There are some of you who had intense tower energy the past few weeks, is what they're telling me. They're saying, actually, listen to one of the past pick-a piles. I think it's the last pick-a pile. Group number 1, they're saying just go right there and listen to it. I think it's group number 1. Group number 1 or group number 3, or both. Go ahead and listen to that, because what they want you to do is go back to a place of childlike wonder and innocence. Because when you're a child, you have that innocence, you have that playfulness, you are able to connect to your higher self, you're able to connect to the soul of yourself, to the heart of yourself. As you grow up, they're saying, you kind of lose that, because not that you lose it, it's never lost, but it's so bogged down by all the karma, by all the conditioning, by all the patterns of behavior and expectations that others put on you. And what they're saying, that as you connect to the child inside of you, and it's not so much like being a child. They're saying you're an adult for a reason. There's that growth for a reason, that maturity for a reason. But connect to that innocence, connect to that heart space, connect to that guide within you, connect to your inner child, which is where you live in the heart space. Again, they're showing me this is almost like where you are. You had to go inside yourself. You were this hermit. You see how he's still grown. He's still mature. He's still an adult, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, because that is the cycle of life. Every cycle has its purpose. But they're saying connect here to the child within you, because the child within you is how you connect to your heart. And that's how you connect to the divine. That's how you connect to the soul of who you are, by remembering who you are within. They're saying the innocence within, the soul of yourself. And you see how all these cups are full and overflowing by beautiful flowers? They actually kind of remind me of like lotus flowers just blossoming. What they're saying is blossom where maybe you weren't allowed to blossom before. And again, they're pointing me to the kite here, and it's kind of a reiteration of that message. Fly where maybe you weren't able to fly before. And that's what being a child, connecting to your childlike nature is all about. You're still this adult, you're still this mature person carrying all those experiences with you, all those lessons with you. But now they're saying, now you can go back to that innocence. Now you can go back to the heart space. Now you can fly, because you're connecting to the divine again. You're remembering that you are a soul. You're remembering who you are at the heart level. You're remembering to trust your intuition and not stay so stuck in the ego mind. You're remembering to let the heart guide you forward. Again, they're being guided to show me this forward momentum, this chariot card, forward momentum. They're showing me the magician image again. You have that magic within you to fly. You see how he's like on a winged chariot? So it's almost like these are Pegasus. You have the ability to fly. You have the ability to be guided wherever it is that you want, but trust, go back to the innocent nature of that magician. When they're saying when you're a child, you have the ability to manifest, because you don't have that blockage of the mind blocking you. And they're saying that when you're stuck in the mind, you're really resisting. And when you're that childlike nature, when you're trusting the heart, you just have blossoming abundance because you remember what it's like to be able to manifest. And you're not stuck in fear. You're not stuck in resistance. You're not stuck in wondering, when that other shoe will drop. When will, you're not waiting for the dust to settle. You're just moving forward. And that's what they want you to do. They want you to step into this emperor energy. They want you to stop looking at the past, stop looking at everything that's holding you back, and look forward to the future. Look forward to the truth of the situation, forward to the clarity that you have within you because you are that emperor. And go within, feel that childlike nature, that childlike wonder, that childlike love is what they're saying. Because children are so free spirited that they just love without blocks, without reservation. They just love. They just are willing to move forward in love. They're showing me a playground where children are just so readily able to play with other children, where they just meet somebody and they take their hand without reservation. And that's what they're showing me. They're saying, move forward. Move forward, let the light guide you, let your heart guide you, and let it move you forward towards the life that you are meant to have, meant to take. And then we have this Nine of Wands, and 9 is a sense of completion. I'm actually being pulled to get another card for this, so give me 1 second. But what they want me to say here is 9 is it's completion. It's rounding out a cycle. Not the complete end of a cycle, but it's nearing the end of a cycle. And what they're saying is you can put those wands down, those burdens that you were carrying down. You can, stop resisting. You can stop having fear. You can stop looking back towards your past. I'm also going to get one more. Thank you. Okay, so strength. Okay, perfect. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So whoever this was for, you were in a battle. You were in a battle and you felt like you had to carry all of these burdens, all of these wands yourself. And what they're showing me is you have gotten through this battle, and you see how he's standing somewhat just, there's a sense of relief in this card. There's a sense of relief here. With all of these wands behind him, it's almost like a sense of victory, like you've gotten through it. They're saying you've gotten through that tower energy, whatever it was that shook you up. And for a lot of this collective, I think this is not just one person that I'm reading for. I think this is for a lot of the collective. You had a lot of tower energy that shook you up. I had that, message in the divine partnership readings for the past few weeks. You had a lot of energy that really shook you up. More of an internal than an external, but there were some external factors that came from the internal. So what Spirit actually wants me to clarify that. So what they're saying is you had a lot of internal growth happening, a lot of coming out of this hermit mode, a lot of forward movement, a lot of remembering this childlike nature that you are, remembering that you are the emperor here, remembering that. So with the Emperor, it's all about remembering your power, taking back your power. It's all about taking back control of your life. Not controlling your life, Spirit is saying, but taking back control of your life. Because they're saying the divine has a part in this too. And what they're showing me here with the Emperor is that you're remembering this. With the Hermit, you had to go within and remember that you and the divine are partners. You and the divine, and what they're saying is like your soul knows the blueprint, but the divine as well. Like you're the Trinity with the divine. Your soul, you and the physical, your soul and the divine. You're this Trinity. You're this Emperor energy, taking back control of your life, going within and trusting that the divine is guiding you, trusting that your soul knows the blueprint, trusting that you're always taken care of, that your next step on this path is always illuminated. Because you're in this energy now. You're in this energy of the Emperor where you have everything that you need within you. And so what they're saying here is it's kind of like a victory. You found the strength within yourself. You found the strength within yourself to complete this cycle of your life, complete this phase of your life and move forward. You don't have to carry all the burdens of your past, is what they're saying. And there's a relief here. There's a relief because you have laid these burdens down. So what they're showing me is 9 actually goes into the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands in traditional tarot is still kind of holding the bundle of wands in the arms, still kind of carrying the burdens. But what they're showing me here is you've completed that. With this card, they're saying you don't even have to carry those burdens anymore, because look at them in the ground. You're carrying that one wand. And they're saying that one wand is just the staff of the divine guiding you. That forward momentum. That's what they're showing me. It's not even a burden. It's just, that one thing to hold on to, that one faith to hold on to trust that you're going to be guided to help move yourself forward. And you see how they're showing me this ivy, this greenery, and it's not on any of these other wands. They're saying those are the burdens. This is the blessing. This is the blossoming for your life. Just keep having faith, keep trusting this. This is the divine that you're holding on to, the divine connection that you're holding on to. Let it move you forward, because that is also your strength. The divine is also your strength, your connection to the divine, your connection to yourself within. Keep trusting your heart. And then again, we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is all about emotion, all about having something in the cup to offer. And you have a lot of blue chakra here, blue energy here, and this is throat chakra energy. You can express yourself. You can have the strength to express yourself to others, to yourself especially. Have confidence that you can move forward with confidence to express yourself, to offer whatever it is that you need to offer to whoever it is that you need to offer it to. You have the strength, you have the protection, you have the guidance. Really beautiful. Let's get a couple of after tarot cards. Let's see. I'm being pulled to this deck. Let's see what we've got here. Really beautiful messages coming through. I didn't want this to be a big reading. Let's see where we are in time. Cool. I'm just going to pull a couple of messages here. What other messages, Spirit, do you have for this reading? What other messages do you have for this reading? For this collective going forward. I am going to take that one. I'm not going to take these. Let's see what that one has to say in a second. How can they continue moving forward? What do they need to move forward for themselves? I'm getting the word victory. I'm not sure why I'm getting the word victory, but that's the overall feeling, the energy that I'm getting here. You're feeling victorious. Somebody's feeling victorious because you've been through it. And you have the strength now. You have everything that you need inside of you, they're saying. And I'm getting also emotional maturity. And that is a beautiful thing. You're feeling free to express yourself now. And what they're saying, they're showing me again. Okay, I'm not going to take all these. That's quite a lot. I'm going to take those. I'm going to take these and that one. They wanted me to look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, that's for last. Let's see what these are. You have a lot of emotional maturity now, and what they're saying is you can express yourself now. You can move forward with that energy. You don't have to stay in hermit mode anymore. What I'm also getting from hermit mode was, like with the hermit card, I'm saying is you were kind of stuck in this energy of withholding, holding back, going within, but now you've gone within. You have healed what you need to heal. Does not mean that you're not still healing, because healing is a process, but you have done a bulk of the work to the point where you have opened up your heart so that you can become this King of Cups and express yourself and express your emotions to yourself and to others, so that you can offer whatever it is that you need to offer. Really beautiful energy. And they want me to do this. Look at all this blue. Look at all of this. And this tells a story. This is where you were with holding back, having to go inward, kind of resisting in a way, going into hermit mode, being alone. Some of you, this was you having to be alone for a while. Now you're moving into an energy of just emotional abundance is what I'm hearing. The cup is full. Your self-love cup is full is what they're saying. And now that's ready to spill out, and you can move forward because you're in king energy. You're in this king energy, an energy of authority, an energy of a leadership position, where you can step into that mode of just confidence. You can feel confident to move forward because you're also the magician. You can manifest everything that you want with this forward momentum. It's really beautiful. This magician energy with the chariot is just, you can manifest with forward momentum. You can take action. Beautiful. So then we have these cards. We have the Five of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Sun card. So what I'm getting from this, I'm being pulled to these two cards first, the Seven of Cups and the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is just reiterating what we talked about. You see how he's still standing and everybody else is kind of sitting down? This is relief. The battle is over. You've won. You've done battle, and this is almost like surrender. In some cases, so there's a couple of different scenarios that Spirit wants me to talk about. In some cases, you were battling others, and they've kind of surrendered and walked away. I'm getting very Eight of Cups energy here, where somebody had to walk away, whether you or somebody else. But it was really a battle of wit. I'm hearing a battle of power. There was some manipulation going on, some toxicity in the relationship. Whatever this is, I'm getting familial, I'm getting friendships, even getting work partnerships. So however that resonates with you, there was some kind of battle going on. But what they're saying now is you can move forward, because this is all wand energy, and wand energy for me is both action and spiritual. So what they're saying is that you can move forward with yourself, because whatever has happened here is over and it's fading away. The situation is fading away, and you are still standing. You don't have to battle anymore, is what they're saying. You're still holding the wand. There's still some residual energy here, but you don't have to battle anymore, because look, they're all sitting down. They're kind of laying down their wands. I'm getting the phrase upper hand. It's almost like you have the upper hand now. Now, what they're saying with that, they want me to clarify, it's not a power struggle. So when I say you have the upper hand, it's not like you're winning out over somebody else. It's not like an aha moment, an aha energy. What they're saying is that you're taking back the power for yourself. That's very important. They're very adamant about that. They want you to know it's not like a superiority thing. It's just that you're taking the power back for yourself, for whatever the situation was. You're standing in your own power now. The other scenario that they were calling me to was that you were also battling yourself. There was something here that you were battling, and what they're saying is those facets of yourself that you were battling are falling away. You're surrendering to them. They're not needed anymore. Whether it's old karma, whether it's old patterns of behavior, old habits, old addictions, whatever it was that you were battling, it's falling away, and you're standing victorious. This energy right now for that message is victory. It's almost like they're holding up this wand in victory. So really beautiful here. And what they're calling me to this with the Seven of Cups here is that now you have choices to make. Usually for me, this is a card about imagination, but here what I'm seeing is it's about choices, about how to move forward in your life. Because again, number one, you have the Chariot. Number two, the wands for me is all about action and spirituality, both. Those two go hand in hand, because I'm reminded of manifestation. If you want to manifest something, you have to take action yourself. You can't just sit back and say, oh, I want to manifest $1 million, universe, bring it to me. However nice that would be, you have to take little steps towards making that happen. That's the Chariot card. That's the movement. So for me, spirituality and action go hand in hand with the wands. But what they're saying is you have choices here to make. You've imagined what you want your life to look like. You have all these cups that are full, and now it's time to make the choice which direction you want to go. Now it's time for forward movement. Now it's time for action, because you're out of this energy. You're done. You're done. They want me to just do this. You're done with it. You're done with battling yourself. So now it's time to choose what it is you want. And you see here, he chose like all these baubles, all these jewels and stuff. That's a choice that you can make. It's almost like what they're saying to me with that is you can have everything that you want. You can have everything that you want in your cup. Whatever it is that you fill your cup with, you can have it. It's wish fulfillment here. And that's funny because we got the Nine of Cups here, which is wish fulfillment. All these cups are empty here, but it's almost like this card, I have mixed feelings about this card all the time, because this is the wish fulfillment card. But in traditional tarot, you see how all the cups are empty. But so it's almost like a sad card for me. But that's because I have such problems letting go of the past. That's my healing work to do. But what we're called to say here is the cups are empty so they can be filled back up. Look, all the cups are empty, and they're bringing you a feast. They're bringing you everything that you could ever desire. All your heart's desire. For me, what I'm getting from here is this is a new beginning. You empty out the cup so that you can start over with whatever it is that you want, so that you can fill it up with all these baubles, with all these blessings is what they're showing me. I'm reminded, the Energy Oracle deck. I use that deck a lot. Actually, I'm gonna just pull it out because it was just Thanksgiving yesterday, and I'm being called to this image for some reason. So I'm going to pull it out so you guys can see it, because they're showing me the card and I want to share it with you guys if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's this cornucopia energy is what I'm getting, especially with this feast here. So it's these three cards. This is over. This energy is done. You are in chariot mode now. You're moving forward, taking action, manifesting. You've manifested all these options, and now you're making a choice for yourself. What is it that I want for myself? What is it that I want for my future? And what you're doing is you have these empty cups. This is what you've had to leave behind, is what they're showing me. It's almost like it's okay to be sad, they're saying, because I do get a very sad energy from this. It's okay to be sad because the Eight of Cups is having to walk away from things that no longer serve you, and that's okay. It's okay to be sad, but these cups are empty so that you can fill it back up with what does serve you, so that you can fill it back up with this blossoming abundance, because this is what the universe wants to bring with you if you get out of your own way. And you have been getting out of your own way. You are looking towards the future now with something bright. You are, oh my gosh, I don't know if I have enough hands for this. You're the Knight of Swords. You are seeing things with clarity, and not just seeing things with clarity, not just this energy anymore. Because here you're still looking back towards the past, but now you are riding towards the future as a knight. You are riding towards a future with something to offer, this emotion, this truth, this expression of love or offering of peace or joy or whatever it is that you're feeling, whatever it is that you're offering, and this is what you're going to get. This Sun card is happiness, the happiest card in the deck, illumination, brightness. Look at the sunflowers just blossom, everything blossoming, life blossoming is what they're saying, just love blossoming, just happiness blossoming. This is your future. This is your future. You guys, I don't even feel the need to reiterate everything. I feel like this is complete. I mean, you're doing it. You have left the darkness behind. You have gone within. I am reiterating it, I guess. You've gone within. You've healed the hermit mode. You know, you've gone within and opened up your heart, connected to the divine. You're letting the divine guide you now. You're laying down the swords. You're in this emperor energy. You have the strength now. You understand that you have the strength. You understand that you can fill your cups up, that you have options now. And whatever it was that you left behind, you understand that it is just making way for this cornucopia of blessings. Look, it's a number 11 card too. It's a number 11 card, which is just, well, number one, it's partnership. It's always a number for love, your divine counterpart for me. But look how they're just shining the light on this cornucopia, this abundance. And that's what you have. That's what you're riding towards. You're seeing the clarity of that. You are this knight that is just riding towards the truth of the situation. You are becoming the king. You are the king is what they're saying. Able to express themselves, able to offer, step into this energy and know that you can have the sun. They want to bring you, the spirit wants to bring you the sun, because you are the sun. You are this illuminated spirit. Beautiful, beautiful energy, you guys. I want to end this reading with, they're calling me to divine guidance. So I want to end this. I very rarely use this deck. But they want me to end with a message of divine guidance here. So I'm going to do it. So what final message do we have for those who this resonates for? I really love doing readings like this. Let me know what you guys think. I only do them as I'm pulled to do them, but it's different from the divine masculine, divine feminine reading too, because those are all about, like, you know, those specific energies, how those two energies are feeling. This was a really lovely reading. I really love it. So let's see what final message do you have here? Animal kingdom. Animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us. They have been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open your heart and your soul. I'm actually also going to read this from the book. Spirit has presented this card to you to make you aware that the animal kingdom is beckoning to you. Have you been thinking about animals lately, or have you acquired a new pet? Have you considered volunteering at a shelter, or are you noticing that regardless if you have fins, feathers, fur, or 2 legs or 4, animals are entering your life? Animals Animals offer us unconditional love and encourage us to play and to live life to the fullest. Nice. The messages are coming. I'll get to that in a second. They help us let go of the past, to remember that each moment is a new opportunity to make every day count, and most important, to be in the here and now. Whether you've owned an animal, have one now, cared for one, or simply have a relationship with one, always know that by loving and taking care of God's creatures, in reality, you're taking care of yourself. Be open to the idea of letting the animal kingdom come into your life. They could possibly be your teacher and healer. You never know what beautiful lessons and love await you. Okay, so immediately when I got this card, I was pulled towards the idea of totems. So if you are being called to totems, really look at what your spirit animal might be. We have on here, we have an otter. No, that's a cat. This is what happens when I don't have the lamp on. We have a cat. We have, it's like a falcon. We have butterflies, snakes, horses, dogs, turtles, and rabbits and fish. We have like every animal in the animal kingdom. So what I'm being called to say is if one is calling to you specifically, let's take a look at this card is what they want me to do. Take a look at this card, and if there's one calling to you, take a look, and you can Google it online. See what the totem is. Maybe there's a specific message for you. Maybe you're embodying the spirit of that animal now. Maybe that animal is there for you as guidance. Maybe you're seeing this animal show up in your everyday life, they're saying. But really pay attention to the animal kingdom, because they're also going to be your guide. They're pulling me to this card, saying they're also going to be your guide on this path, because what they're saying is animals are divinely connected to source and to love, to love, which is source, because source is just pure love energy. So let them be your guide here. If you're seeing animals, if you have a connection and affinity towards an animal, if you feel pulled towards one in this image here, look it up, see what messages they have for you there. So the other message that I was getting, I was also pulled towards this card. Remember how I was saying how it's very childlike energy, a return to innocence? Animals remind us of that innocence. Animals remind us to be present in all things. They remind us to focus on the love. They remind us to express ourselves and be present in the love. We're not present when we're holding back. We're not present when we're resisting. We're not present when we're not acting in love, when we're not expressing ourselves, when we're not being true to ourselves, when we are not connecting with others. Then we're not being present. Connect to your inner child. Connect to your inner animal. That sounds weird. But connect to the animal energy, which is all about being present. And nothing is more present than an animal. So connect there. Feel the innocence there. Feel the blossoming of love there is what they're saying and showing me. And feel the freedom in that. Animals run free is what they're showing me. Feel the freedom in that. Feel the innocence of that, and that's what's going to help you on your journey. That's what's going to help you continue to connect to love and continue to connect to this Emperor energy, continue your forward movement with this Chariot, and continue your manifestations, because what I'm also being called to say is that animals are magical manifestors, so really connect there. All right, you guys, we're going to end the reading there. Thank you so much for watching. I will, send me a comment. Let me know how you like this reading. I will do these as I'm pulled to. We'll have some more pick-up piles and divine partnerships coming next week. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Remember, these readings are timeless. If it doesn't resonate with you now, doesn't mean it won't later. It just means it's not meant for you at this time. And if it does resonate with you, then, keep going. You're doing wonderful. You have all my love, all my compassion. You're doing great. Keep going. You're on a wonderful journey, and you're doing it. You're moving forward. All right. We will catch you later.